As expected, the winter session of 2021 was a very eventful one. So on the very first day, we saw the repeal of the three contentious farm laws, and the government lost no time in moving the repeal bill. Very first day also saw the suspension of 12 opposition members, six from the Congress, two from TMC, two from the Shiv Sena, and one each from CPI and CPM. The session began on this note, and as expected, the opposition was up in arms against this order, saying it was undemocratic and unwarranted. And this session will be remembered for not just passage of some key bills, but also disruptions and walkouts by the opposition. I'm Rakesh Mohan Chaturvedi from the Economic Times, and I'll be talking about the 2021 winter session of Parliament. The government had a very ambitious agenda where it had listed 36 bills in this session, but it had to drop quite a few of them, and only some very important bills were passed, which were high on the government's agenda. Apart from the repeal of the farm laws, the election laws amendment bill was passed, which links the voter iCard to Aadhaar. And this bill had been vetted by a standing committee headed by Bhupendra Yadav, and there was no dissent note. But still, when the bill came up for discussion, the opposition had several objections. And the other bill on increasing salary of Supreme Court and High Court judges was also discussed and passed by both houses of Parliament. Then we saw the passage of Delhi Special Police Establishment Bill and the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Bill. Both these bills seek to give a 5-year term to the heads of the CBI, ED, and the Central Vigilance Commission. And the opposition again had objections that it should not be a 5-year term, but the government's argument was that a longer term gives more space to the incumbent to carry on certain important, dealing with important cases. Government changed its stance on not sending the bills to standing committees, a demand that the opposition had been making. So we saw bills like the mediation bill being sent to a standing committee. Then the biodiversity bill was moved in the Lok Sabha and sent to a joint select committee of the two houses of Parliament. Then the prohibition of child marriage amendment bill, which seeks to increase the marriage age for girls from 18 years to 21 years, has also been introduced in the Lok Sabha and sent to a standing committee. The narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances amendment bill was also moved and passed in both houses of Parliament. However, this bill deals with an amendment which had been necessitated after an observation by the Tripura High Court, which wanted one clause, problematic clause, to be removed. So there is still the important issue of what quantity of drugs would be permissible for personal use and related issues, which I think there will be some bill on this issue which may come in the budget session of Parliament. A couple of bills which were expected but were not brought in this session of Parliament were, one is the cryptocurrency and regulation of official digital currency bill. There was a lot of discussion on this, that this bill will be brought and how the government seeks to regulate the central bank digital currency and deal with this whole issue of cryptocurrencies. The government decided it needs more discussion before a bill is brought to Parliament. The electricity amendment bill was dropped since the government had promised the agitating farmers that it will not bring this bill because they had objections to certain clauses in the bill. The personal data protection bill, which was with the Joint Committee of Parliament headed by P.P. Chaudhary, finally submitted its report to Parliament, both houses of Parliament. And part of the government finally decided not to pass it in this session, and it is likely to come up in the budget session of Parliament. This session also saw a lot of disruptions, mainly because the opposition was irked by the suspension of 12 Rajya Sabha members, and the opposition raised this almost every day. From December 15 onwards, it added the demand for resignation of Junior Home Minister Ajay Mishra Teni for the Lakhimpur Kheri incident. 12 suspended members continued to protest at the Mahatma Gandhi statue in Parliament House, and the opposition stood by them. And this issue was also discussed between the government and the opposition, but the deadlock could not be broken. So, as a consequence of these disruptions and walkouts, Rajya Sabha saw only about 48% productivity in this session. Lok Sabha did slightly better, mainly because of the brute majority of the government. That was one. The opposition decided to adopt the strategy of protesting in the well of the house and raising slogans. And along with that, it realized that it will draw a lot of criticism if it disrupts proceedings. So it participated in some debates and did not stall Parliament functioning, though it continued its protest and staged walkouts. The Prime Minister stayed away from the entire session. He was there only on the concluding day, which the session concluded a day before schedule. As far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, he did pose questions in the Lok Sabha, and he led the opposition march on the suspension of 12 members, and also to demand the resignation of Ajay Mishra Teni. The attendance overall was thin, mainly because the elections are approaching and many of the lawmakers had stayed away. The events of the winter session of Parliament 2021 will have repercussions in the coming days, where now that the election fever is going to pick up. The repeal of the farm laws is something that BJP expects to gain from investing UP. The government had also dropped the electricity amendment bill to meet the demand of the agitating farmers. The prohibition of child marriage amendment bill, which has been sent to a standing committee, has also gained prominence, with Samajwadi Party leaders opposing it. This will probably play out in the UP elections, especially in Western UP, and both the BJP and the Samajwadi Party are likely to talk about it in the campaign. The budget session of Parliament, which will come just before the polling dates of the 5 election-bound states, will also see some of the pending issues of this session figure in the budget session. We will keep an eye on the developments from the elections to the run-up to the budget session. Do keep watching this space. I'm Rakesh Mohan Chaturvedi from the Economic Times. We'll keep you updated.